Have you ever sat in the middle of a crowded cafe, with laughter and chatter resounding around you, yet felt like you were invisible? Have you ever wished that just a glance, a simple question, would be enough to pull you out of that cold emptiness? This is the story of a lonely man and a strange girl, two people who seem to have nothing in common, yet found the meaning of life through each other's wounds. In a small cafe on the corner of a street in Seattle, every morning, people would see a middle-aged man sitting on an empty chair by the window. His name was Daniel, once a successful software engineer, but after his wife passed away and his daughter went away for school, his house was left with only the echo of solitary footsteps. He came to the cafe not because he liked coffee, but because there at least he could see the flow of people passing by, hear the laughter and chatter of someone, to know that he still existed in a vibrant world. Daniel spoke little. He sat for hours reading the newspaper, his eyes gliding over the lines of text, but never truly remembering what he had just read. Occasionally, the young waiter smiled to greet him, and he nodded, responding with a faint smile. For him, loneliness had become a habit, quiet, persistent, and hard to recognize until it seeped in like a shadow. One winter morning with light rain falling, Emily, a young woman carrying a laptop, stepped into the cafe and looked around for a seat. The cafe was crowded, with only the chair opposite Daniel left empty. She walked over, hesitating. "May I sit here?" Daniel was momentarily surprised, then nodded. The two of them sat in silence. Emily opened her laptop to work, while Daniel kept turning the pages of his newspaper. But then, suddenly, she let out a weary sigh. Daniel looked up and gently asked, "Long day?" Emily laughed, a little bitterly. "Yes. I just moved to this city. I don't know anyone here. It feels like I disappear in the crowd." Daniel looked at her, his eyes reflecting something familiar. After a brief silence, he folded the newspaper. I think I understand that feeling. Here, you can sit among hundreds of people and still feel invisible." That sentence opened a conversation. They began to share about family, about losses, about dreams left unfinished. Neither tried to appear strong. They allowed their wounds to be spoken aloud. And strangely, it was those very wounds that became the bridge between them. In the mornings that followed, Emily and Daniel often met again at the same table by the window. She brought along her graphic design drafts, and he told stories about his younger days climbing mountains with his wife. The two gradually became a small family to each other in the vast city. One day, Emily asked, "Uncle Daniel, do you think we found each other because we were both lost?" Daniel smiled, his eyes shining with a warmth that had long been absent. "Perhaps, but do you know what is more important? No one succeeds, no one lives fully alone. Human beings are born to connect." A few months later, that cafe no longer had just a single empty chair by the window. It had become the place of two people from two different generations, yet sharing the same belief that an honest conversation can change an entire life. And more miraculous than anything else is this: when we dare to open our hearts, we not only find companionship for ourselves, but also help another soul escape from the darkness of loneliness. Message: in a modern society overflowing with noise, a simple inquiry, a caring glance, or a genuine conversation can save someone from the depths of loneliness. Because sometimes the greatest strength does not come from technology, but from human kindness.